We need to get some tires on this thing. That's the project for today. Now that we have eggs in the incubator, and we're gonna be having chicks again soon, we're gonna need to be using this tractor again when they're big enough to move outside and grow out and move them around the yard. But this thing's heavy, really, really heavy. And it worked last year, but it's not really easy to move, especially on our really lumpy yard. So we need to get some tires on this thing, some wheels on it, so that it's easier to move around every day when we rotate our chickens on pasture. So that's the project for today. Do we have a plan? No, we do not. We're gonna wing it, see what we come up with.
Wheel at the end of a piece of wood, undetermined the length yet. Bolt that to the side of this somehow so that we can just put it down, put the wheel down on the ground. It'll pick up this end, put a bolt to hold it in place, and wheel it away. Take the bolt out, set it back flat.
Because we want it flat when it's not rolling, that way coons and stuff can't reach underneath. So you know how you're gonna do it?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Just kidding. Now we're going to work on the chicken tractor. We got all the stuff out to start working on this, and we realized that some of the hardware we got was not the right hardware because people put it back in the wrong bins, etc., what have you, so on and so forth. So anyways, back to the store, got the right hardware hopefully, and so now we're back, and today we're going to try to put wheels on the chicken tractor.
Alright, basic idea here. Just got these tires off of Amazon. We'll try and find the link and put it in the description. Some 1/2-inch bolts that are, I believe these are 4 inches long, 4.5, I can't remember for sure. So we'll do bolt through with the washer, putting a washer in between the tire and the board, just so it helps roll better. Put that through, another washer and a nut on the other side, and then you'll have your axle and ready to go for mounting it to the chicken tractor.
The idea is put a pivot here, bolt
Towards the end
here. Then when we lift up, then this into the tractor, and this drops below level, then we can put a bolt through here to keep it from popping back up while we roll it. When we're done, we take the bolt out and it lowers back to the ground, and we can store the bolt in just a hole up here.
Sounds good.
Totally stole the idea from Ruth Ann Zimmerman, so there you go.
Scientific we are not. Okay. Here-ish.
Sure. I was just aiming for like the center of that, and then the center of this, and then stick a hole through, make a hole in each of them. Good.
Similar to how we did the wheels, we're going to do these bolts again, washer, and then we're going to put a washer in between the two wood pieces to help them glide a little bit better as you move it. Then a washer on the outside with the nut. Gonna do the nut on the outside. No real reason for that, I guess, other than if we see it fall off, at least we'll see that it was on the outside. Otherwise, you're gonna be on the inside and you may not see it fall off. So we're gonna give it a go. You're gonna be able to see in there.
Sure.
Get down on the ground. We should have stood this thing up on its end.
Nah, it's all good.
And hope these bolts are long enough.
Bang, bang, bang. There you go, a little snug.
Oh yeah.
You didn't waller it out.
I did, but just maybe not enough. Oh yeah, these are long enough.
Okay.
You got your wrench on?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Snug, but not too tight because you want it to be able to move. Should be good.
Now the other side.
This one's not up off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Forgot to specifically mention these nuts are the nuts with the nylon insert on the inside. Helps keep them on there. They shouldn't over time waller this off and fall off. So hopefully that'll be true. Back here.
Sure.
You sound so confident.
Just totally guessing.
There.
Yeah, suppose so. Moment of truth. You want it a little stiff because you don't want it to go all the way in. There you go.
Far enough.
Well, you want it to hang out enough for the board to hit it. Like so. Then when you're done moving it, drop it down. And somewhere we need to put a hole for this to just sit in. Put it in this one or this one? Okay. Don't crack the board.
Why are we putting it in the wood?
Just this place to store so you don't lose it.
That's really good.
Put the hole through there and you can store it inside, but you'd have to line that up just so every time.
Then we go through the other side.
All right, moment of truth.
The real moment of truth.
You get a pool noodle on this roast, a little not fun on the hands. Running into the trees, but so much easier than last year. I feel like this was one of those projects that you put off and you put off and you put off, and then when you finally get around to doing it, it hardly takes any time at all and it was super easy. And why did we put it off?
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's done now. So when chicks are ready to come out, it's ready for them. One thing we are noticing is that these do kind of pop out just a tiny bit here. In order to prevent that, we could have made this board longer to where the bolt would be in the center of the board instead of at the end. That way it wouldn't jot out a little at all. The other thing that we sort of changed our mind on was these. Instead of boring a hole and just storing them in the top of that 2x4, we were afraid of splitting the wood. So at least for now, until we come up with a better option, we're just sticking them here and hoping and praying that the kids don't take them and run off with them and lose them. Scratch that. We put one of these little mineral feeder buckets on here. So then we drilled some holes in the bottom so it won't hold water, and now we can just store those in there. So there you have it. We have wheels on our tractor now, which will make it a lot easier when these little guys, who are about 2 weeks old now, and when they go in there in a couple more weeks, it'll be much easier to move them around the yard, won't it? Yeah. So yeah, these guys are about 2 weeks old, not quite big enough to be in here full time yet, but when they do, I'm sure they will enjoy all the access to the fresh grass, and I will enjoy not having to clean out the brooders anymore. So the reason we use a tractor for our grow outs is because it enables them to have access to fresh grass every single day. Most of our chickens, you know, we free range all of our layers and our adult flock, but for these grow outs, there's usually more of them for a smaller amount of time, and we don't want to have to like introduce them to the other birds or have them all in the coop at the same time. So by putting them in here, they have access to that fresh grass. They're kind of contained in their own little area, and the footprint of the area does not need to be as large. If we were to put all of those chicks on one spot of grass in like a run or something, they would take that grass down to bare dirt in a matter of probably 2 or 3 days. Like it goes fast. Chickens can really clear a space. If you want a new garden bed, it's a great way to get rid of all the grass and the weeds to do so. But if you want a yard, not so much. But by putting them in a tractor, we're able to move them every day to a new spot, so they have fresh access to the grass and they're not completely destroying the yard. And then all of that mess that is in the brooder right now, instead of having to be a mess that I need to clean up, it becomes fertilizer for the yard, which improves the quality of your lawn as you move them from place to place. So that next year, the grass that the next group have access to will be even better than what it is this year. So it's kind of a win-win. They get fresh grass, they fertilize the yard, you get better grass next year. So kind of works out great. And as I said, because of moving it every day, you don't need to have as big of a footprint as if you were going to put them in a run where once it's gone, it's gone. So usually in a run situation, you're looking at a larger, like at least 5 square feet of run space per bird. And in a tractor, you don't need that. You only need like 2 because they're getting fresh grass every day. So just some of the benefits why we chose to use a tractor for our grow outs. So they have fresh access to grass. We don't have to have as much space as if we were going to build a permanent grow out pen. And it improves the quality of our yard. So this little one wants to get back with his friends, so I'm going to take it back to the brooder. But if you would like to see when we do move them all into here, make sure you subscribe and follow along. We'll make sure to include all of that journey right here on our channel. Until next time, happy homesteading.